Have you ever wondered if the life you carry on your shoulders is truly yours, or a costume stitched together from everyone else's expectations, heavy as wet wool, slow as winter dusk, yet somehow comforting in its sheer familiarity, like a burden you dare not drop because dropping it would leave your hands terrifyingly free? Tonight, let me tell you the tale of Zara, a lone wanderer on the silk routes, whose story is older than parchment yet younger than the sunrise you will greet tomorrow, because every one of us is still writing it, even now, one silent footstep at a time. Zara begins his pilgrimage at the desert's edge, bent beneath sacks of salt, water, spices, and scrolls of law penned by nameless elders, rules that chafe like rope, yet promise belonging, survival, reward. He plods on, head low, whispering to himself, I must, I should, I ought, until those words mingle with the wind and become a single mantra. Thou shalt, thou shalt, thou shalt, the drumbeat of the dutiful camel. Days pass, the desert is endless, flat as an unturned page. Each night the stars judge him with ancient eyes. Each dawn the sun reminds him how far he still must go. Yet Zara perseveres, because that is what good camels do. They kneel beneath their loads and say, lay more upon me, and in that humble strength they earn the tribe's praise. We call them reliable, disciplined, responsible, model citizens. The world needs camels. So why does Zara's heart grow heavier than his pack's? One evening he reaches the Valley of Roaring Winds, where dunes rise like frozen waves. Storm clouds coil above a gleaming creature, a dragon whose scales flash with golden words. Thou shalt. Thou shalt. Thou shalt. The dragon guards the pass, advises the traveler, obey me and be safe, bow and be blessed, refuse and be forsaken. Zara kneels, as every pilgrim before him. But the kneeling feels different now, like lying. It is here at the mouth of the valley that our story slows and a hush settles over the firelight, because Zara must choose. Does he remain the faithful camel, noble yet burdened, walking paths prescribed by others, or does he rise and roar, risking everything, to become something new, something fierce, something uncertain? What would you do if the rules that once kept you alive now felt like iron bars on your breath? Listen. In the distance a different sound grows, deep and defiant, a roar that shakes sand from the stars. Zara's back straightens. He casts off one sack, then another. Salt, spices, the scrolls of law. Each falls with a thud felt in his bones. Finally he flings aside his own camel bell, the badge of obedience. The ground trembles. Teeth unclench. Throat opens. From somewhere ancient and wild, he roars back at the dragon, no, I will, instead of I must. The camel dissolves in that thunder. A lion stands in its place. The dragon lunges, quoting commandments brighter than lightning. Thou shalt respect, thou shalt obey, thou shalt never. But the lion counters with a single word, the sacred no that cracks chains. Claws flash. One by one the golden scales fall, laws turn to glittering dust. When dawn lifts, the dragon is gone, dispersed on the wind like yesterday's decree. Victory. Freedom. But freedom tastes strange without purpose. The lion, strong enough to reject the old, now prowls a wasteland of broken idols. Nothing is left to bow before, yet nothing new stands up to cheer for. The roar echoes unanswered. Destruction by itself is a hollow triumph. High above, a ridge of white stone leads to a hidden plateau. Zara climbs, paws slipping on loose shale, heart pounding with the double weight of emancipation and emptiness. At the summit he finds an enormous mirror, polished by centuries of sun. He sees the lion gazing back, fearless but restless. The mirror glimmers. The reflection ripples and shrinks until the lion becomes a child. The child giggles, spins, scatters pebbles like stars, invents a game on the spot. Hop from rock to rock, pretend the ground is lava, draw new constellations in the sky just because it feels right. The child takes the shards of dragon scale and arranges them into a toy city, complete with glittering roads that lead nowhere yet sparkle everywhere. He claps, delighted. Rules are no longer shackles, they are crayons. The child asks no one for permission, yet injures no one in play. He creates because creation is what breath does when it dances. Zara stares, thunderstruck. In that silver surface he grasps the final metamorphosis. The camel carried, the lion conquered, but the child creates. Only by becoming innocent again, by forgetting the sin of obedience and the fury of rebellion, can he become who he truly is. He places a hand on the mirror. When his fingers touch the glass, the reflection smiles and steps forward. There is no more mirror. There is only an open field of possibility, fragrant with imaginary blossoms. Zara laughs, light as dawn. He claps his hands, not to summon applause, but to begin. One step becomes a dance. A melody forms, not on flutes or lyres, but in the sheer rhythm of motion. He shapes a new path, not straight and tired, but playful and meandering, inviting others to join, not follow, but play alongside. The desert, the dragon, the roar, remain behind like old skins shed on the trail. Ahead lies whatever story he cares to paint across the horizon. Now, dear listener, which spirit stirs within you tonight? The diligent camel who kneels beneath inherited loads, comfortable yet craving air, the fiery lion who roars no and clears the land, powerful yet hollow, or the wondrous child who says yes to life, invents purpose like sandcastles, and laughs as the tide revises them. Pause, breathe. Ask yourself, where am I on the journey, and what metamorphosis calls my name next? If this exploration resonates with you, share your roar or your laughter in the comments. Subscribe for more journeys into the shadows and suns of the human spirit. And for now, as always, keep thinking.